Okay, we're back in the UK and we've got another video coming your way. So this video, we're going to speak about what it's like being a parent, juggling being a pro athlete, and living off these two critters' time. Because everything we do is largely based off of these guys, and we kind of tailor things around them. But we're going to go into a bit more depth to show you how we do that, how we balance it. And if there's other types of content you like, please do fire away, give us your ideas. Press that subscribe button, and we'll see you soon. Today is hot, hot. There's a limit, so we come here for the heat, but only because when you combine the altitude with the heat, it just increases the red blood cell production. But there is a limit, because at the moment we are bordering too hot, so it's probably about 32. But once you hit 35, you're really just fighting a losing battle. So weather's good, but I think we might suffer, because today we have speed drills, which usually takes an hour or so, and then we go into LTP. So we arrived at 9:30, and we probably won't start the the LTP, which is like a 5 mile at 5:30 pace, until 11:50. So I think today's going to be tougher than we expected. So hydrate like crazy. Yeah, I'm going to flood my body with too much sodium. Yeah, it's just too hot. We need the electrolytes, and then just keeping fueled. It's going to be an interesting one. It's hot, but we come for that. I get scared doing this one. I'm not sure if my body's ready for it. Hard. We started at 5:30, ended at 5:15, but I could do it again, but it would be tough.
I love traveling the world.
Sorry?
I love traveling the world.
You love travelling the world, do you? So do you like getting to come away with Daddy?
No.
What?
Do you like coming away with Daddy?
Yeah.
So parenting or being the partner of a athlete, yeah, real pros, real cons. I think one of my favourite things is that we get to travel the world and we get to see lots of new places, and our life is quite exciting but also quite chaotic. I think I do like routine, and as an athlete there isn't a lot of routine, and there's a lot of kind of not really knowing what plans look like days, weeks, months in advance. And so with children, obviously that kind of does get a little bit tricky. We're fortunate that when we're at home, the children go to nursery a couple of afternoons a week. I find that kind of gives me a little bit of breathing space. Yeah, Elliot and I are kind of working on our system. I say working on it because it's not perfect and we still struggle here and there, but I've definitely accepted that I will take the lion's share of the parenting while Elliot's running, because it's really, really hard to be a parent and an athlete. I think most of the things that other couples would share, we can't always do. And when Elliot's tired, if he's tired and he's then having to wake up at night, if the children get up, his risk of injury like multiplies hugely, and so it's just not worth it. So yeah, it's tricky at times, but we get the lovely things, and I think that's what I have to remind myself when it's hard and when I feel like I'm doing a lot, that I have to remind myself, one, it's kind of temporary, and two, that we do get the really lovely things in between, and it won't be long until there is something to look forward to, whether it's going away on a camp or away oh, thank you. You're sleepy too, are you? Come and have a lie down here, over here. I'll move my leg. Yeah, I have to remind myself that if it is tricky and it is hard, that it's temporary and it's not for long. And like I said, we can be on a camp and we've got a lovely pool in our garden and we can go swimming every day, and that's not something that everyone gets to experience. So I think a lot of it is reminding myself of the things that I'm really, really grateful for, and also means that I get to spend a lot of time with these guys, and I get to spend lots of their childhood with them, and we can make great memories, and something we can always look back on.
First 4 felt good. It was a bit quick, about 53 through, sorry. And then I got through the first 4, then I got to 500. I felt my right calf tightening up. So I massively dropped off the pace around that part. And then I ran 300 quite slow, and then Rainier came around me. And I started to feel a bit better again. And then I was able to pick up again, but I lost too much ground. I was worried about my calf, but I think there is an element of conditioning. It's the first time I've worn victories, and there you go, Seb. First time I've worn victories, and it was tough. Sorry, Seb is playing with a pump. Blow it, that's it. First time I'm wearing Vicks, and my body wasn't conditioned for it, so I'm gonna have to be careful with what I wear for my first race, because yeah, I wasn't ready to wear the Vicks in that one. So overall disappointing. 120, 220 is what it is. We roll from there. Okay, so we're back from the track session now, and I've been so good. Me and Meg had an agreement. We agreed not to have any sugar, because the two of us are terrible together. We agreed not to have any sugar as kind of like a New Year's resolution, just to see how it would impact our bodies. And both of us have massively dropped weight, and we've just been a lot more stable with like our energy levels. There's been a lot less like drops and bunks, if you like, for me in training. But today, as like a treat, because it's like our last workout, I had like a tiny bit of Fanta, a tiny bit of grape tizer, and then like a big glass of like orange juice, and I felt incredible for like an hour. And I kid you not, I have fallen off a cliff now, and I've still got to gym and cross train in like the next hour. And that's what I'm saying. I definitely think it's definitely sugar related, because I used to have this feeling all the time. I used to associate it with a hard session, and it isn't. It's just with how I'm fueling. So a good takeaway for me is, I'm gonna go out there and say I think sugar is the devil when it comes to training. I think the types of sugars make a big difference, and the amounts make a big difference. So like your honeys, etc., I'm all for that. The fruits, natural sugars, I'm all for that. But I think a massive glass of Coke, I think there's a place for it, but I'm not convinced overdoing it or having too much of it is the right thing to do. Personally, my own personal opinion, from what I've experienced, I'm going to see if I continue this and back off the sugar again and see how my performance is, because I'm far more balanced now, and I want to see if I'm right in what I'm saying. But more to the point, I want to see if other people can try it. Try and cut out the sugar completely for 4 weeks. See how you feel, see how your energy levels are going. Try and just eat a bit more clean. So if you want a bit more food, just have a bit more cleaner, like white rice, potatoes, fruits, etc. So if you still want to fuel up, just keep the fueling as you normally would. If you're hungry, rather than going for the sugary snack, try and go for something a bit more healthy, and tell me if you feel any better for doing it. I myself have noticed a huge gain. My wife has, and she's not even an athlete. She's even dropped a load of weight from doing it. And of course the environment helps, types of food, and don't replace that sugary snack with something just as bad. If it works for you, try it. I'll show you indoors if it's worked. So talk can be cheap. I'll try and prove it. Another morning. Now they're quiet, but mornings in our house are chaos, aren't they? Are they chaos? Are you guys not happy unless you got your breakfast? What do you have? Talk us through it. What, sorry? Hoops. What do you have with the hoops?
Yogurt.
Yogurt. And anything else? What fruits do you have?
Bunk.
Okay, don't know what that means. I can see blueberries. Do you have blueberries? I can see raspberries. Do you have raspberries? And chia seeds?
Yeah.
Yes. And who made it?
Mommy.
Mummy. Ooh, nice. Mornings are crazy. Right, I'm having a dilemma now. Do I go fasted this morning, or do I eat? I think we eat, because it's stupid even consider going fasted before 14 miles. But yeah, my stupid thoughts probably shouldn't be allowed to voice them.
You are made of stupid.
I'm gonna eat, Meg. I'm gonna eat. Morning. Today on the cards we're currently on 56 miles this week. So long runs are normally, recently they've been 14. Last week was 14, so ideally this week will be 14. So we're gonna be on a 70-mile week, and we've done a speed drill session, two track sessions, yeah, and a tempo session. That's pretty big. So we're hitting speed and somehow still maintaining the mileage. The volume, sorry. Yeah, it's pretty impressive. I didn't think I'd ever get to, I thought I was gonna have to back off to like 50 mile a week while out here, and then I would be able to maintain sort of a little bit of volume and hit the speed. But somehow we've been able to, yeah, keep the volume up, keeping my Sunday long runs at a decent pace. So I'm running like 6 minutes to 6:10 for 14, 6:20s on the slower end. So they've been quite good. I'm doing my evening runs quite like slow, poly. They're like 7:30 to 8. Sorry, I shouldn't have said polly wally. That's just set the kids off. Sorry. So no, overall it's been really good, but it does explain why I'm finding it a little bit harder to get the legs moving, because I'm carrying so much load to try and like start clicking. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. And I keep saying, like, is it because I'm getting older? Is it because I'm holding because we haven't hit any speed? Because I haven't actually ran any quicker than 24 pace, and normally we'd have hit like 22 pace this time of year. For a 200, that is. So there's a lot of factors, and coach just thinks we just haven't tapped into speed yet, because we're carrying too much load, and the the risk is just too high. So overall, it's looking quite positive, but we still have to get through today. Sorry, I should not have said that word. But you know, it's looking positive. So let's just get today's run done and then take it from there. This was a hard Sunday run. I felt awful at the beginning, and then my stomach started doing backflips, but I'm feeling a bit more like myself now. First half was like, first 5 mile was like 7-minute mile, and I was struggling that much. I'm back down to 6:20s now, but the first 5 miles, that was so tough. But we're getting there now, getting there, body's back to normal. Go Erin, thank you.
Your turn, is it? Next time it's your turn.
Okay, we're about just over half a mile left. It's a 14-mile long run, and it's the last one of the camp. The next one's going to be in the cold, but you can hear in the background the real stars of the show. There they are, Erin. Make an appearance. Hello, Seb. As you had enough, how you found it, Meg? Sorry.
Camp's really good. I've really enjoyed this camp. It's been a lot easier than last year. I think that's down to the house
and the kids are kicking off. So that summarises what it's been like on camp. We show you the good parts, but there's been a lot of rough. The kids work on their own schedule, and we very much have to adapt. But if we look back to last year, and we look at where I was this time in January coming back, having missed 12 weeks due to a calf tear, I was about 5 kg overweight to a real good solid winter. I've only missed 2.5 weeks all winter compared to 12 last winter. So, and it's going to be fascinating to see how the mileage converts on the track, because I'm training like a 15 boy for the first time ever. I'm old, I'm long in the tooth, but I'm ready and I'm hungry, and I've enjoyed it. I've loved it, and I'm fortunate to be able to bring my kids and family on camp. Let's take 2 for Meg. How have you found it?
good. A lot easier than last year. I think that's down to our accommodation. It's so much more geared up for us home children.
How do you find just being mum on camp? And almost not waiting around, but a lot of it is revolved around the running.
It is, but I've kind of taken those opportunities. I think it's really easy. Parenting is hard whether you're at home or you're on camp. So I've kind of taken, just trying to be grateful for the good things that we have, and I think when it's tricky, it's reminding yourself that it's not always like that, and that we get to have some really great times together. And I think we're also really fortunate, like Elliot's group really accommodate the children. They're so welcoming with them. Like yesterday we left the track, Dan had the buggy with like he was pushing Erin in the buggy, and I think we're just really lucky that everyone looks after them as well, like in bits, and is happy to have them around. I think I'm aware of that, so I try to make sure that I take them off when the time's right and they're around when it's appropriate. But I'm really grateful that we get to do this, and grateful that I get to spend the time with them.
So there we have it, camp's almost finished. Another good week. The kids aren't strapped in because we're going at 7-minute miling pace currently on a dirt road. Irresponsible parents, arguable, debatable. Almost finished. There we have it. Camp's done. Almost 2 more days. How are we, gentlemen? How was it?
Yeah.
What pace was you averaging?
Only 6:40.
6:40s, but pretty solid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Every long run out here gets better.
How long?
I needed 9 today. Shins are a bit sore, but that's
okay.
What is that? 52 for the week, which is quite a lot for me.
What's the average for you normally?
Over the course of a year, more like 29.
Okay,
28.
so a big jump.
Yeah.
A big jump.
Yeah.
That's pretty solid.
But I got
pretty solid.
It's more important about putting the weeks back to back. So.
Camp's been well?
Yeah, it's been consistent. I'm not doing indoors, so it's been a bit different for me. Less pressure, but been able to go up through the gears, run 800 meter pace and upwards. So yeah, can't complain.
Bang on the money. And Jay, how have you found it? The young buck.
It's been good.
The young gun.
Long runs are hard. The runs are the hardest bit for sure.
But overall,
overall
experience?
it's been great. Loved it.
Back again?
Just training. Hopefully, yeah.
We hope so. And then we've got the Irish Stallion. He's raw and ready. And then we've got Grace. How was it, Grace? How was the camp overall? It's been good.
Yeah, enjoyed it.
What's next?
Indoors, back next weekend.
Where's the first race?
I'm gonna run in Ghent, just an IFAM.
IFAM, where's that, sorry?
In Ghent.
Again.
Yeah.
And just to confirm, Grace ran a 600 yesterday in 126 and she still doesn't think she's in shape. So, bearing in mind, Grace, what's your PB? So Grace has run 2:01, she ran a 126 600 yesterday and somehow doesn't think she's gonna run well. So we're trying to get in our head. So if you see this now, pop a message in the comments and just let her know realistically, bearing in mind, she's still running, she's doing the mileage. I think she's up to about 6 miles this week. She can do all of the endurance, her tempos are really good. Everything's really solid. She's running 126 for a 6. That's good, that's pretty solid. And she wasn't completely cooked, if you saw it. So that was exciting. The camps, no injuries, everyone's in a good place. Time to sign out. Next time you see us, you might get a few clips out here. Following few vlogs are gonna be in the cold, ice, and snow. Till next time.